acceptable that the vetting is this.
Bureaus are being zapped out.
I know you try to do everything in the world to stop it, but you're not going to stop it. It's going to
Welcome
happen.
to Being Banned, and we're going to skip through all the highlights. Mike Benz is going to start things off with incredible information. This Mike Benz thing, you got to go to his YouTube channel or Rumble channel and watch the 3-part special he's been doing for the past week on the United States Institute for Peace, which Darren Beattie from Revolver Magazine is now in charge of it. Mike Benz Cyber is also going to be helping Darren take over this institution. But what he discovered there is just incredible. Check it out. If you're new, we listen at Fast.
What is my task and what is my purpose? If that answer is to save my country, this country will be saved.
War Room. Here's your host, Stephen K. Bannon.
Welcome to the War Room. It's Natalie Winters hosting today.
State Department, there is a giant reorganization initiatives. Obviously, there was the...
We also got Mike Benz, Laura Loomer, Brian Harrison, the latest coming out of Texas. Quite the packed show. I think we got Mike Benz up. Mike, there's a bit of breaking news. The State Department is set to review all 55 million people with U.S. visas for, quote, deportable violations. That seems like a rather large undertaking for the State Department.
Which is the U.S. Institute of Peace,
Here we go.
which gets about $55 million a year from the U.S. taxpayer that has just been toppled in effectively, it's a legal transition, but the U.S. Institute of Peace, which is a very almost 1984 named institution, it's just like in 1984 there was the Ministry of Peace that conducted war. The U.S. Institute of Peace is very much a war front. Its wall of donors, I was just in the building last week, its wall of donors are Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing, a bunch of oil companies like Exxon, Chevron, BP, Shell. It is a mandatory board seat for the Secretary of War, as well as the president of the National Defense University. It's sort of war under the name of peace. But effectively, what the U.S. Institute of Peace has been doing has been promoting illegal narcotics and the production of them. The U.S. Institute of Peace put out a memo in 2023 to the Taliban instructing them to keep the drugs flowing in Afghanistan. That was, of course, very useful to the Biden administration because that drug money paid the ISIS fighters to effectively funded the insurgent.
Interesting side note, Pete Buttigieg. He used to work for a consultancy, and he was in charge of going out to the poppy fields in Afghanistan. Google it.
See Al-Qaeda and ISIS forces, who the following year would topple Bashar al-Assad and install a new government run by a former ISIS Al-Qaeda leader, Mohammed al-Jalani, who previously had a $10 million bounty on his head under the Trump administration, but under the Biden administration, they made him the king of Syria. And this is, again, sort of run out of the auspices of this State Department-adjacent U.S. Institute of Peace. The U.S. Institute of Peace also ran a global campaign for judges and legislatures to ban hate speech or ban mis and disinformation. They had a strategy that included going to the electoral management bodies, that is the courts that decide elections, to get them to say that speech about the election should be considered part of the judicial jurisdiction so that judges can censor speech, the same way we saw happen in Brazil, where the judge, Moraes, the head of the EMB, the electoral management body, in Brazil, did the same thing. So we see this as part of a government strategy under the Biden administration. The U.S. Institute of Peace actually has whole training seminars on how to organize riots, how to occupy government buildings, how to block city intersections and block roads, how to blockade train tracks to prevent cargo from going from place to place when you're protesting something. And even called in its instructions for the sponsored protest movements of it to deliberately seek to get arrested so that USAID-sponsored media can hold up the arrested figures as being martyrs for the cause and can justify economic sanctions. So we have this real blob apparatus. The U.S. Institute of Peace fought the mandatory turnover tooth and nail. Guns were discovered in the building. They knocked the bolts out of the doors. There had to be a showdown with federal police. They tried to delete a terabyte of financial data, which fortunately was recovered by Doge. But there is one big missing piece in all of this, which is the transparency about the files themselves from so much of this legacy behavior. And I can talk about that now with things like the USAID files and State Department files, but I'll pause there if you have any questions about what I just said.
No, keep going. But I'm curious if you can sort of put us inside the U.S. Institute of Peace, what you saw there when you were touring it with, I don't know if Dr., or I guess he's a new title now, but Director Darren J. Beattie was with you, but what his sort of vision looks like for that institute.
Well, I think Darren's vision is to build it from the ground up and to do it in a way that restores trust without the diplomacy through duplicity that the U.S. Institute of Peace was known for. The fact is the building is basically the territory of George Bush, Bill Clinton, Madeleine Albright. These are the figures that the wings of the building are named after. And it's kind of the Confederacy of dunces when you sort of Trump surrounded by all of his enemies on the wall, everyone who tried to defeat him through lawfare, indictments, and CIA black ops are the figures who adorn the quite beautiful walls of the building. I think it is the most stunning building in Washington, D.C. It must have been a lot of fun to work there, especially when you had the godlike powers these people were bestowed. I'm sure they had quite a thrill ride. But the fact is that thrill ride is now over and it's accountability time. I think Darren's vision is likely to involve leveraging the legacy network that the institution has built up, but making it conform to the foreign policy vision of the State Department. Darren is also presently the Undersecretary of Public Diplomacy and Public Affairs, and these are very similar functions, given that the U.S. Institute of Peace is effectively an adjunct of the State Department. But what's critical to all of this is a disclosure, in order to have trust with other countries around the world, and in order to give a full accounting to the American people of how their tax dollars were spent, these files have to be made public. For example, the U.S. Institute of Peace is a program called the Program on Nonviolent Action. Now, nonviolent is a code for mob violence. I don't need to tell you, Natalie, that I'm speaking to you nonviolently. If I need to put that in the name, something is up. And in fact, it is up at the U.S. Institute of Peace. They openly promote property destruction as part of the tactics of the so-called nonviolent mob, because they say that property destruction does not count as violence, because we only define violence as bodily harm. So you can set police cars on fire, you can burn down police precincts, you can destroy the parliament building, as they've done in countries like Serbia and the like, and Ukraine, and that still counts as, quote, nonviolent action. But I believe that every document that the Program on Nonviolent Action has ever internally produced should be made publicly available to the U.S. taxpayers who paid for it. Every single person who worked there was paid by U.S. taxpayers. We have a right to know all the domestic touch points, because the U.S. Institute of Peace is supposed to point outward. Even the dirty deeds they do, the CIA work they do, and the CIA moves through them, they're an asset, essentially, that they create a network of assets for the CIA to play with abroad. So when you see these color revolutions break out in Georgia or the Czech Republic or Ukraine or Syria or Libya, they had that hand in that, but it was that exact same network that set about organizing the riots that we have seen in this country for the past 10 years. Maria Stephan, the person who ran the Program on Nonviolent Action, deliberately points to the U.S. as the source of the same democratic violations that she cites internationally. Her work explicitly covers now the domestic affairs. She had an organizing role in countless riots from the protests and riots of the past 8 years. And given that she's leveraging the same taxpayer-funded network, I believe all those files need to be made public, even if it is an embarrassment at a certain diplomatic level that other countries get to see what the U.S. planned. This is how we get trust back, by saying this is not how we do business anymore. And I believe that's also going to lead to levels of accountability with how to reform these institutions once the network set is fully laid out. And on that note, I have to mention that the USAID files are absolutely key to this. If there's one thing that the CIA, the State Department, and the U.S. Institute of Peace all have in common, and that's USAID. USAID was the great front for 60 years for this whole network. And USAID formally shut down on July 1st. That's almost 2 months ago now. It's been absorbed by the F branch of the State Department, the Foreign Assistance branch of the State Department. So they are now administering the legacy grants. It's about 30%-ish of the USAID function. There have been 14,000 people who are laid off at USAID, and it's being administered by a much smaller crew of people. But we need to see the USAID files, the internal analyst memos, the white papers, the emails, the text messages, everything from USAID employee to USAID employee or USAID employee to NGO or contractor has to be made public. And I can give you some great examples of why this is such a necessity. But the present blocking point, as I understand it, is that the State Department does not presently even have access to the USAID files because of the IT blockages. That is, USAID people, I believe, simply didn't turn over the encryption or the passwords and the like. So we're sitting on the Library of Alexandria of historical knowledge of what the Biden administration and the blob have been doing, and nobody's even opened the door yet. I find that shocking.
Mike, of course, if you can hang with us through the break, I want to get into more of this. We also got John Solomon. Warren Posse, don't go anywhere. Quick message from our sponsors. As the continued divide between Trump and the Federal Reserve putting us behind the curve again, can the Fed take the right action at the right time? Are we going to be looking at a potential economic slowdown? And what does this mean for your savings? Consider diversifying with gold through Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. And Birch Gold makes it incredibly easy for you to diversify some of your savings into gold. If you have an IRA or old 401k, you can convert them into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or just buy some gold to keep in your safe. First, get educated. Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. Just text BANNON to the number 989898. Again, it's BANNON to 989898. Consider diversifying a portion of your savings into gold. That way, if the Fed can't stay ahead of the curve for the country, at least you can stay ahead for yourself. Certainly, Mike, Ben, John Solomon, we're going to help you guys stay ahead from the information worker perspective. We'll be right back after a short break. Thinking about Medicare? Think AMAC. Medicare can be complicated, but AMAC makes it simple. Our licensed agents provide free, unbiased guidance to help you find the plan that best suits your needs. But that's not all AMAC has to offer. AMAC is America's leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization, guided by the principles of faith, family, and freedom. So when it comes to Medicare and so much more, think AMAC.
Oh, let's get past that.
We can help.
John Solomon's coming up, I think.
Self-help mystery, not it's uncensored, and it's where all the
we sure could. So these are new documents that are found by.
These just came out. John was on War Room in another show this morning saying these documents are coming out implicating Comey.
Kash Patel a few weeks ago. The first time they were given.
Oh, let me give you. I brought up the documents that released. These are them right here. 21 pages, all about Comey leaking classified information. James Baker and McCabe decided not to prosecute the boss. But let's hear from John himself. Where'd it go? Oh, so yeah, here's the emails. Just page after page after page after page. Sorry to show that to you. All right, so, but first we're going to get it from the horse's mouth, John Solomon. He's been all over this. Get back to that tab.
The Congress are heavily redacted. And this section of the memo was taken out by Justice Department. Pam Bondi reversed that decision and got this block inside this long history of leaks inside the FBI unredacted. And what did we learn? We learned that prosecutors and U.S. Postal and Service Inspection Service agents interviewed James Comey's deputies and confirmed that he had authorized the leak of classified information to the New York Times right before the 2016 election. So putting his thumb on the scale of the 2016 election. And despite this knowledge, despite that there was a leak of classified information, they know who leaked it. They know who authorized realized it. They know who their star witnesses would have been if you brought a prosecution. You would have brought in James Comey's chief of staff, James Rubicki, and his former chief counsel, James Baker, because they're the ones who confirmed that this happened. They decided not to bring any charges at all. They let James Comey walk, and they kept this a secret. And this decision, by the way, was made at the beginning of, or in the middle of President Trump's first term under the Justice Department, under Jeff Sessions, the U.S. Attorney in Washington, D.C., declined the soon-to-be special prosecutor, but at that time, the Connecticut U.S. Attorney, John Durham, also declined to bring charges. And so
the wife doesn't
James
think
Comey
people
walked.
are
They say, well,
going to
what's the
jail.
difference? Why should we care now? Well, there's some the statutes on classified intentional leaking of information that harms the national interest, i.e. espionage, actually 10 years, which means that Pam Bondi could theoretically reopen an investigation today. I talked to our good friend Mike Davis, great legal expert. He said, I think the DOJ will open up on this information right away. I talked to Pam Bondi, and she says, I intend to bring accountability to this abhorrent behavior by James Comey and his team. That's probably not a good sign for James Comey. Talked to the FBI Director, Kash Patel. He said that it's a shame to the FBI that its former leader authorized the leak, and his leadership leaked classified national secrets harming the public interest, and that he hopes accountability will come from the Justice Department. So everybody's in action on this tonight. The document's up. You don't have to take my word for it. You can read it. It's embedded in our story. But James Comey has got perhaps some new legal headaches tonight. And I want to remind everybody, there was a famous moment in May 2017 where Chuck Grassley confronted Comey and said, have you ever been an anonymous story for a news story? No.
I remember that testimony. Now he's lying to Congress. Steve Bannon went to jail for that. Or not even lying, just not showing up. It's unbelievable.
Have you ever authorized someone to be an anonymous source for a story? No. Did you ever authorize or allow anyone on your staff to leak classified information? No. Well, people are going to look back and look at this and say, I don't think those three things match. And we'll have to see what happens now inside the Justice Department. But all the information is now out there for the public to see, thanks to Pam Bondi.
Some people are saying Comey's singing like a bird ever since he got taken in about the 86-48 thing. Be interesting.
And to Kash Patel, who worked together to get this information to the public today.
And John, where can people go one more time to read the story and follow you to stay up to date with everything you've got breaking over at Just the News?
You bet. The story just went up. It's at justthenews.com. You can follow me on social media, Jay Solomon Reports. And at 6 o'clock, I follow you right here on Real America's Voice. And we'll have a full show looking at this great new information.
Let's go right
hopefully people will understand a little bit better by the end of the night.
Where do we go?
Thank you, sir, for joining us. And thank you for yet another one of
you.
scoop.
Thank you.
Have
Appreciate the time.
We've still got Mike Benz. Mike, I want to sort of piece this together, right, which is the deep state, the permanent political class, the in-your-face state, however you want to couch it. Frankly, in this paradigm, I think maybe just likening it more to the kind of ossified career civil servant mentality in a lot of these departments or agencies, institutions, take your pick, but how they cover up the actions of a lot of these very rogue politicals. So my question is, why haven't these USAID files that you were talking about, why haven't they been released? What is the holdup there?
Well, my understanding is that it's a technical issue that, when you're talking about documents that are stored in a digitized way, there's encryption, there's passwords, there's access codes. And remember, USAID fought tooth and nail to the very last courtroom they could humanly litigate in order to stave off the Trump administration. USAID was shut down, actually not primarily for its bad behavior, but because it refused to turn over documents. It was really the only agency in the federal government that just straight up refused to allow the new administration. It's a U.S. government agency under the executive branch, and it just refused to give the executive branch the documents, the emails, any of that. And while we still have, the State Department is still administering the grants, all of the legacy information, for example, the USAID has a country office in every country, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in Europe, whether it's in Asia, or whether it's in Central or South America. Every country has a mission. There's email traffic and files and analyst papers and classified documents in all of those countries. There's also the bureaus within USAID. For example, probably the worst of them was the bureau called DRG within USAID. That's Democracy, Rights, and Governance. That was for the democracy promotion, the regime change, and paying the media and paying the unions and paying the NGOs and governance, which is effectively when USAID has programs to take control over elements of your government. And the DRG branch of USAID is who ran the censorship syndicate that was funded to the tune of billions of dollars over the past 8 years by USAID. All of the traffic between the NGOs and USAID.
We're going to get back to
every grant recipient from USAID had to file reports, had to file annual.
But we're going to change things up here and go watch Solomon's Just the News, going over more of this unclassified document that's been given to him. We're going to share this tab instead. We're going to play John, unmute his sound, play.
It's been a very busy and potentially consequential day for the world. For a no programming note tonight, my amazing co-host Amanda Hitchens on the road for the next 2 days, so you're going to be flying solo with me. But we'll try to keep it filled up with lots of news and great interviews. As I said, it was a very busy day at the White House today, with as many as 9 European leaders attending a meeting with President Trump and Ukrainian President Zelensky over the war between Russia and Ukraine in the wake of President Trump's meeting with Vladimir Putin.
Wait a minute. That can't be right.
Even know his agents were deporting these people.
Food kits, mac and cheese. Well, I'm not Wolf. I have been skeptical of the Attorney General.
Name a comedian to be president.
Yes, and these are the people.
JohnLikesGold.com to get your free guide.
Wing ideologues, whether it's in the C-suite within the.
Text the number on your screen.
I feel like a sitting duck if I don't have protection.
And by the way, it doesn't have to be a home. And
collect data from every purchase.
Really make sure.
CBD and refreshing.
All of these things were being used.
There's nothing worse than.
By bringing these out-of-towners. Yeah.
Congress didn't know. We pressed.
Of them. I don't know why these people keep getting.
Bonnie Pixie Brenner.
We got the information.
All right, here we go.
And what we know is that when James Baker was caught leaking the information, he told federal agents, he told prosecutors, I leaked it. I leaked it because James Rubicki, my boss, the chief of staff, told me to leak it. And I understood from him that James Comey authorized the leak. And based on that information, neither Baker, neither Rubicki, nor James Comey paid any penalty at all. Now, we talked to the Attorney General just a little bit ago, Pam Bondi. She says that this is an abhorrent behavior by James Comey and his team, and that there has to be a consequence for leaking national secrets and jeopardizing national security.
Yep.
She intends to bring it. If I'm James Comey's lawyer, I'm not feeling very good about this one. That is the first of many things that happened today that we're keeping a close eye on. All the details, that document, everything else up on Just the News right now, so go check it out. Amanda, there's a lot of other amazing things that happened today. I would say one of the biggest unravelings of weaponization occurred about 10 o'clock this morning when an appeals court in New York said that $515 million ruling that Letitia James and Judge Edgeron tried to impose on Donald Trump for the fraud case in New York was unconstitutional. It violated the 8th Amendment of the Constitution for unfair penalty to an American. That is one of many wins in the courts, but it is resonating all across Washington tonight. And as we speak, Donald Trump's playing a different role tonight. He's kind of on patrol live in Washington, D.C., riding with the D.C. cops. Tell us about that.
Yes, it's so great. So President Trump actually have some numbers from the White House. So you had 300 men and women with the DEA, the ATF, U.S. Marshal Service, the National Guard, and then, of course, D.C. Metropolitan Police and the FBI. Yeah. So President Trump started speaking to them, to what seemed like a very, very receptive crowd, people who are benefiting from the cleaning up of the city. They are, I think, feeling a little bit more liberated to do their jobs, which is making the city just in general have a safer feeling to it.
Have you seen some of the photos where people are like hanging out the window saying hi to the cops and saying thanks for being here, the feds?
Yes. I saw an amazing video yesterday of some young black men, I don't know, probably early teens, maybe mid-teens, who were hanging out with National Guardsmen down near Navy Yard.
Amazing.
And they were allowing these black teens to come and look in the Hummer and just check it out. And it reminded me of 20, 30 years ago when the relationship between law enforcement and certain communities in this country was very.
Back 50 years ago, there was a street company.
What a nice group. Thank you. Thank you. Got to be very careful. You don't want to slip or fall like somebody else I know. We don't want that to happen. Where are we going, Margot? Over here? Hello, everybody. It's great to be with you. You guys are
they got a mic. The White House is doing such a great job with mics.
Doing an amazing job, and we appreciate it. And the numbers are down like we wouldn't believe, but we believe it. Where do I stand here? Right where? Okay. Hello. It's a healthy, attractive-looking group of people. It's good. Well, I just want to thank everybody very much for being here. I wanted to do this. We've had some incredible results. The results have come out, and it's like a different place. It's like a different city. It's the capital. It's going to be the best in the world. We're going to do what you're doing with law enforcement, and very importantly, also, we're going to physically do it. We're going back to Congress for some money, and we're going to redo a lot of the pavement, a lot of the medians, a lot of the graffiti's all coming off real fast. It's going to come down real fast. We're working with Clark Construction there, one of the big ones, the biggest here by far, actually. And we're going to be not so much building, it's cleaning and fixing and redoing and putting brand new surfaces down on your roads and streets. And when people come in from the airport all the way to the Capitol, the White House, or any place else they're going to say, well, this place is spotless. So we're doing that. Most importantly, though, we're going to have a crowd of people that are going to be happy. You know, I've received more phone calls from people in the last 4 days than I ever have. I've been here now 4 years plus. And by the way, I think we had about the best 7 months they're saying that any president's had. We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of good work, including the biggest tax cuts that you've ever had. I know you guys don't care about taxes, so you don't care about saving a little tax, but you saved a lot of tax, actually. But we've had a great period of time. But I've never received so many phone calls thanking me for what we've done in Washington, D.C. from people that haven't gone to a restaurant literally in 4 years. And they said, you know, what you've done it's unprecedented, because what they said it was just unsafe. We couldn't do it. We'd go out and you'd see the stories, you'd read the stories, you'd see all of the things that are happening. And they said, we couldn't stand it, sir. Now I take my wife and my kids to dinner. One of them said he's gone out 4 nights in a row and he hadn't gone out for 4 years. So it's a great tribute to you. And when I look at you people, I understand why, because there's no games, right? We're not playing games. We're going to make it safe. And we're going to then go on to other places, but we're going to stay here for a while. We want to make this absolutely perfect. It's our capital. And I guess it used to be many years ago safe, but it's certainly not had a very good run. And you got to be strong. You got to be tough. You got to do your job. Whatever it takes to do your job, you got to do your job. But the crime numbers are way down. I'm looking at, you saw some of the stats. I just read them out to me inside, the numbers that we haven't seen here ever. And I think it's probably right now, to me, I feel very safe now. And I'm hearing people are very safe, but I know within 2 weeks, it's going to be, Pam, it's going to be at a level that's even far superior. So I just wanted to thank you all. You're doing incredible. You're incredible people. You make the country run, frankly. You make the whole place run. We're going to have the best Capitol ever. We're going to have it's going to look better than it ever did. Even at the White House, I'm building a ballroom. They've been after a ballroom for 150 years, but they never had a real estate guy as a president. You know, I've done a lot of ballrooms, and we're going to make this one the best of them all. But we're doing a real job. As far as the country is concerned, we're respected again. We had a country that was laughed at a year ago. They thought they couldn't understand what was happening. And it's about leadership. But we had a country that was a dead country in many ways. I went to Saudi Arabia, I went to Qatar, I went to UAE. We came back with $5.1 trillion of investment in this country. And we're over 17 trillion. Now, a lot of you don't know what that means. And nobody knows what it means because it's never happened before. In 5 months, because really it's a 5 month, even though we're here 7, but we started 5 months ago in terms of investment. And we have, because they see what's happened to our country, we're going to be over 17 trillion with a T, dollars of investment. There's never been anything close. If we did 1 trillion in a year, and we're talking about over a 5 month period, maybe 6 months if you look at it, but over $17 trillion. We're building plants, auto plants, AI plants, all sorts of plants all over the country. I'm giving them the right. Lee Zeldin's done a fantastic job. We give them the right to build electric plants. They become almost like a public utility because we have old grids. We have a lot of stuff that's old. We wouldn't be able to compete with China AI, and now we're totally leading the AI race. And the artificial intelligence, it's a big deal, and it's the hottest thing there is for probably in 35, 40 years. It's a lot of people don't know what it is. Just trust me, it's very hot. It's big. But they need massive amounts of electricity. They need more electricity than we have right now in the whole country servicing everything. In other words, we have to at least double it up to be competitive and to be leading. And we're more than doubling it up. And what I'm doing is I'm letting all of these very rich companies, and they've got nothing, but they got a lot of money, and they want to invest it in the United States, and they're building big plants, but they're building electric plants with it. I said, you build your building, and these are buildings that cost $30, $40, $50 billion when you include everything that's inside, all the technology. I said, I'm going to let you build electric plants to fire your own electricity, and anything that you have left over, you sell it back into the grid. So all of these big factories that are being built are building their own electric plants fired by oil and gas. They're not fired by wind, by the way, because wind doesn't work, but we won't say that. It destroys everything. It looks terrible. It's a very expensive form of energy. And we're not doing wind. We're going back to fossil fuel. I hope not too many of you people are going to be upset, but we have to go back to what works. We can't be foolish. But we're building massive electric plants all over the country. The companies are building, and then they sell it back into the grid. But we're building numbers that nobody's ever seen. We're auto plants. We have many auto plants going up, whereas during the last 4 years, as you know, we had like none. People weren't investing here. So they weren't investing and they were leaving. But I just finished by saying this. So I was with the King of Saudi Arabia. I was with all of the NATO leaders a couple of weeks ago, and they are putting up not 2%, but 5%. They said 5% of GDP. That's a lot of money. They'll have trillions of dollars put up. They were putting up 2, but they weren't paying it. Now they're putting up 5, and they're all paying it. And they all said the same thing. They said, 1 year ago, your country was dead. We never thought it was coming back. And now you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. These are the leaders of other countries, the prime ministers and the presidents. Every one of them said essentially the same thing. Said we had a dead country, and we were. We felt that way, and we were. And this place was emblematic of it with the crime, the horrible crime. And, you know, I watch these phony reports. We were on the way back. They weren't on the way back. It was worse than ever just a short while ago. But now it's going to be, I think right now, it's better than it has been in years. And in a couple of weeks, it's going to be even far better than that. And everybody's safe now. Everybody feels safe. And they're all coming in. And people are now coming in. They're making reservations to come in. They want to be in Washington, D.C. One of the things we're going to be redoing is your parks. I'm very good at grass because I have a lot of golf courses all over the place. I know more about grass than any human being, I think, anywhere in the world. And we're going to be regrassing all of your parks, all brand new sprinkler systems, the best that you can buy, just like Augusta. It'll look like Augusta. It'll look like, more importantly, Trump National Golf Club. That's even better. But we're going to have all brand new, beautiful grass. You know, like everything else, grass has a life. Do you know that? Grass has a life. You know, we have a life and grass has a life. And the grass here died about 40 years ago. So we're going to be rebuilding all of your parks, and it's going to happen fast. It's going to go up like a miracle. So you do the job on safety, and I'll get this place fixed up physically, and we're going to be so proud of it at the end of 6 months. But let's say at the end of a year, this place will be maxed out in terms of beauty. You'll have all new surfaces. You'll have all new medians. Everything's going to look beautiful. A lot of your signs are going to be taken down. They've been up for 40 years. They look like hell. They're barely standing up. They're falling off their holders. And we're going to have all new everything. And I want to just thank Doug for doing such an incredible job. You've been unbelievable. You're a popular guy. No, he's an amazing guy. He's an amazing guy. Everybody love him. We love you. And his wife is so incredible. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. And Pam, thank you very much. What a job. People don't realize. They're going to see. She'll go down as the greatest attorney general we've had. I really mean it too. And where's my Christy? You dear. Thank you very much. She's been incredible. And she can ride a horse like nobody. She gets on those horses. She rips those horses around. But I want to thank you very much. And Steve Miller, so fantastic. And Todd Blanchard's been with me so long, and he's one of the best lawyers you'll ever find. And we're having a lot of victories. I had a victory today. You know, they stole $550 million from me with a fake case. And it was overturned. They said this was a fake case. It's a terrible thing, but that's a nice victory, you know. I mean, it's not bad. You know, we all have our limits, but this was a terrible thing that done. It was a witch hunt, and I've had more witch hunts than any human being I think in history. And here we are with the president of the United States. So it didn't work out too well for them, but maybe now it's turned a little bit. These are very dishonest people. We have to fight. We have to win because we have to win. And you people are winners. And I just think it's such an honor to be with you. And we're going to make Washington D.C. great again. We're making our country great again. The country is very close to being great. When they say it's the hottest country in the world, they mean it. And this capital is right now, after 5 days, it's at a level that you haven't seen in a long time. And it's all because of you. So I want to thank you all very much. It's an honor to be with you. And we'll always be with you. We're going to be with you for as long as I'm around. You're going to be treated as nobody more important. And thank you all very much for being here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Doug, would you like to say something? Thank you, everybody.
President Trump, on behalf of everybody that's here in law enforcement, I absolutely want to extend gratitude to you because under your leadership, you're bringing back respect for this profession. I know that wherever you go, and some of these folks know, wherever you go in the country, whenever I've been with you, backstage before you speak, who do you get a picture with? Local law enforcement, the federal folks that are there. You have always, in turn, your entire life supported law enforcement, and that makes a difference. These people know that. And the other thing, of course, for everybody here, President Trump's ended 6 wars. He's brought taxes down, regulations down. He's brought record foreign investment like he was talking about. He's done all of those things in 6 months. But what does he really care about? You hear him talk about the wars. He wants to end the killing. And here in D.C., he wants to end the killing. He wants to end it in every city in America because if we're the greatest country in the world, you shouldn't be afraid to be able to go out for dinner. He cares about the people that live in this city and in every city. And that's why this is happening right now. And this is what leadership looks like, that in a matter of a week, this is a message to every city in the country. And it's a message to every capital in the world that America, greatest country in the world, is going to have the most beautiful capital and the safest capital in the world because of all of you. So thank you, everybody that's here tonight. Thank you, President Trump, for making it all possible.
Thank you all. President, I'm looking at all these faces. They're out here every single night. I'm getting to know everyone on a first name basis. All of our great Metro PD, General Blanchard with the Guard, all of our federal agencies are out here. Our amazing Park Police, they are working hand in hand to make DC safe. They're out here working midnights every night because they love our country, they love our city, and they love you. They're all telling me that. Are we going to get to meet? Look at them getting a thumbs up. They're all out here going, are we going to meet the president? I told you. And I think you brought some food for him, didn't you, President?
So we have great hamburgers cooked by the White House, and we have pizza that I said don't do it in the White House because we went to a place that makes the best pizza. So we'll concede, but we have a lot of it. So we're gonna have some fun. We'll eat, and I'll eat with you, and we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna celebrate, but then we're gonna get back to work, and we're gonna take care of these criminals. We're gonna put them where they have to be. You're gonna say don't play around with us. Don't play around with us. So let's go have something to eat. You're gonna like the hamburgers? Would you rather have hamburgers from the White House or pizzas from a good place? Huh? I think you want. Oh, they want the hamburgers. Have a good time, everybody. Thank you very much, Christy. Thank you very much, darling. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
He's just the best. He's the best. And then you got to think about it. Optics. And then what did he say? There's 300 people there. They've got family and friends. They're going to tell their friends. They're going to tell their friends, what a great guy Trump is.
Judge Janina's here. She's unbelievable. We have Leo 2.0. Whoa. Judge, I didn't see you over there.
It's really interesting. They got all the conservative talk show hosts on this.
It's lucky I spotted her. I would have been in big trouble. And Leo, Leo 2.0. We love Leo. He's a good prosecutor for sure. They both started off really as law enforcement.
Did they put Leo in the administration again?
And top lawyers and judges and law enforcement, and that's how they became famous. And they went into show business, and everyone thought, gee, were they real? They were the real deal, and you're both doing great. Thank you very much. Pam, do you want to say something? Janine?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to all of you.
I think Leo is housing and urban development. That's what the black guy is.
When you hit the street, you make a difference, not just for us, but for everyone in the district. They are grateful for what you do. They are thankful. And I am making sure that we back the blue to the hilt. Every arrest you make, we're going to the longest way to make sure that we charge in those cases. So God bless you and thank you for what you do. You're making a difference. And Mr. President, without you, no one would even have tried. So thank you.
30 seconds. We have the greatest president in our lifetime protecting this country, and you guys have done a great job. And I've had the privilege to work with the greatest attorney general in Pam Bondi. This team really appreciate you. We want to thank you. You are doing the work that makes this country great, protecting America. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Be safe. Thank you.
There's Leo. I always love watching the security and the logistics of what goes on. Try to tell the Secret Service from the other regular people. And there's a wider separation between him and the people, I think. Secret Service in the back. Oh, that was pretty cool. All right. Anyways, what do we got to get back to? When's he doing the ride along? All right, let's finish listening up to Benz and then Laura Loomer. Speed them up. Well, I got to share the tab, and so you can hear them.
Some CIA
got to remember that.
That's the only reason to run it for USAID as opposed to the State Department. But you can't understand the history of these countries and what you're inheriting at the State Department unless you have the USAID side of the story. And I'll give you an example. Earlier this month, I testified for about 6 hours in front of the Foreign Affairs Committee of the Brazilian Senate. And I went over for about 5.5 of those hours how USAID built the censorship syndicate within Brazil, how it funded dozens of censorship organizations, how it worked directly with the Brazilian court in order to get the judges to combat disinformation, so to speak, to take down posts, to throttle narratives, to rule things as illegal to say in Brazil. Now, all of this will be in what I have is 5.5 hours worth of open source information, things that at the time I culled from grants, I culled from the work of USAID-sponsored entities. But the real guts of this are ultimately going to lie in the USAID communications themselves. Donald Trump and Secretary Rubio are locked in horns right now with the country of Brazil. Brazil has gone full China. They've divested from many American contracts and given China control over their agriculture, their energy, their IT. There's currently sanctions on Brazil's chief justice of their election court, and Brazil is now trying to defy those sanctions by ordering their banks not to honor the American sanctions policy, which, if that goes through, could upend hundreds of different sanctions regimes that the U.S. has in place. And the State Department does not even understand what they've inherited because they don't have the USAID side of the story. The USAID mission in Brazil, all those files from the past 8 years have to be made available, have to be made public. They at least have to be reviewed by the State Department. But we have more transparency into the CIA than we do USAID. In theory, Tulsi can ask for and declassify any CIA document, but neither Tulsi at ODNI nor State Department can even get into the USAID files. They need an IT expert in there immediately to decrypt this and make it public.
Are you available? I think that's what the audience is asking, Mike. We've got to bounce. Obviously, we'll have you back on soon. In the meantime, though, where can people go to follow you on Stage 8 with all your wonderful work?
Follow me on X at Mike Ben Cyber, also on YouTube and Rumble.
Back on YouTube. Can't relate because we're banned. I'm sure you'll probably get banned pretty soon. But thank you for coming on.
It's an archive.
Thank you, Mike. Have a good one. We got Laura Loomer after the break, but real quick message from our sponsors. Maybe you missed the last IRS deadline or you haven't filed taxes in a while. Let me be clear. The IRS is cracking down harder than ever, and this won't go away on its own. That's why you need Tax Network USA. They don't just know the IRS. They have a preferred direct line to the IRS. They know which agents to deal with and which to avoid. Their expert negotiators have one goal: settle your tax problems quickly. Of course, in your favor. Their teams help clear over $1 billion in tax debt, whether you owe 10 grand or 10 million. Even if your books are a mess or if you haven't filed in years, Tax Network USA can help. Don't wait. This won't fix itself. Call Tax Network USA right now. It's free. Talk to a strategist. And finally, put this behind you. Call 1-800-958-1000. That's 1-800-958-1000 or visit tnusa.com/Bannon. Don't go anywhere. We got Laura Loomer with a new scoop about, this time, the NSA. Big deal. We'll be right back after the short break.
When the kids turn unholy, Harrelson's Own keeps my patience divine.
The work flies out of control. Harrelson's Own keeps me cool as a cucumber.
The device madness never ends. But Harrelson's Own keeps me zen.
Life can be chaotic, but Harrelson's Own CBD helps keep you calm through any storm. Harrelson's Own consistently delivers your full mind and body homeostasis. It's an organic, full-spectrum CBD and refreshing oral spray. Our nano-emulsified technology makes it completely water-soluble, so your body absorbs it immediately. You'll start to feel it in seconds, not 60 minutes. It just makes everything feel better.
It helps me just take the edge off. It helps me relax. It helps me be there with my kids.
I swear I'm like a mental ninja. Like nothing can throw me off balance.
No matter how many things come at me, I'm like, boom, handle next. I'm like crushing it all day long.
Well, some people take it for a release from stress. Some take it to get rid of pain. Others just take it for general well-being. For me, Brett Harrelson, it just makes everything about my day a little better.
Give your life a boost.
It's just the best you've ever felt in your natural state.
My happiness in a bottle is the best.
So to sum it all up, you're going to feel the benefits quickly, love the way it feels, and like the way it tastes. Pay a fair price, and you're going to thank us for it. We are so confident you're going to be satisfied that we back every bottle with a 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. Give Harrelson's Own a try, from our family to yours. Go to HO.com to order Harrelson's Own now. Yep, it's that easy. Just our initials. HO.com.
Thinking about long-term care? Think AMAC. Rosemark Advisors, the financial division of AMAC, specializes in alternative solutions for long-term care planning. We help AMAC members prepare for future healthcare needs without compromising their retirement goals or financial security. But that's not all AMAC has to offer.
Oh, I left you with commercials running. I'm sorry.
We've done a lot of work. We've done a lot of good work, including the hottest thing there is for everything else. Grass has a life. Do you know that? Some of these folks know wherever you go in the country, whenever I've been with you, backstage before you speak, who do you get a picture with? Local law.
Stand in ensuring that none of these refugees refugees in quotes are allowed to come here.
Yeah, so it's funny. I was actually on vacation.
All right, Laura Loomer. She's like the real vetter for the administration.
But they stopping all visitor visas for anybody traveling from Gaza.
What was going on, what you sort of uncovered, what the State Department did, and obviously quite the euphemistic spin as to what is, I think, the ultimate fear all of us have had about what is going on or a result of what is going on in the Middle East, which is a way to just jam and ram Gazan refugees into the West, but of course here in the United States. Laura Loomer, always ahead of the curve and on the case. Laura, can you walk us through what was going on, what you with the State
organizations? And I saw videos of the Palestinians coming into the San Francisco airport and the Houston airport and the Atlanta airport, and then also saw a flyer on their social media page for Heal Palestine that said that they were going to be having more Palestinian so-called refugees, right, these Gazans, coming into the St. Louis airport. And I was thinking, oh God, this can't be real. They're not actually importing Gazans under the Trump administration. These must be old videos from the Biden administration when, if you remember, Joe Biden said they were allowing Gazans to come in. But no, lo and behold, these videos, Natalie, were from the Trump administration. And so I posted the videos about 6 videos showing these Gazans coming into airports all across the country. And no, they're not just medical missions for children with blown off limbs. They have 10 family members apiece accompanying them. So why is it that we need to have an active chain migration at some of the largest, busiest airports and some of the most, I guess you could say, important cities across our country, right? These are massive hubs, very metropolitan cities with very large airports. And if you think to yourself, well, what would an Islamic terrorist attack at one of these large airports do to our country? It would cause absolute chaos. I mean, we saw what happened on 9/11 and how our country was severely disrupted in the aftermath of Islamic terrorist attacks involving, our airplanes and our airport infrastructure, Natalie. This is what these people want to do. They want to bring chaos and destruction and death to our country. And so I posted the videos. I sent them to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He was on his way back from the summit with President Trump, the Alaska summit, and he told me that he was going to be reviewing it immediately. And within less than 24 hours of me posting my exclusive report and sending it to Secretary of State Rubio, the State Department issued a statement saying that they were immediately halting and reviewing the Gaza visa.
Laura Loomer, President Trump put her in the vetting office. How can you people make mistake after mistake after mistake on hiring people? God bless you, Laura Loomer.
Program. So while this is nice, Natalie, it's not a complete affirmation or promise from the State Department to end and terminate the program altogether. They said they're reviewing it. We need to put pressure on the State Department to say that they're adding Gazans, Palestinians, terrorists, whatever you want to call these people, to the travel ban permanently. President Trump has an Islamic travel ban. Certain people from certain countries are not allowed to come into our country. No exceptions, period, end of discussion. He needs to add the Gazans and the Palestinians to that list as well. And we need a strong statement and commitment from Secretary of State Rubio promising that this program is not just under review, but completely terminated.
Laura Loomer, you are the best. We're lucky to have you. We're definitely going to keep following this story. Before we have you back on, where can people go to follow you, check out, support your work?
Well, people can follow me on my website, loomer.com. You can also subscribe to me
All
on
right,
X
so
at Laura
that's
Loomer.
cool. I got to split out of here, be back later tonight, probably about an hour. And then we're going to dive into this incredible information about James Comey proving he lied and lied and lied. And they covered up an investigation of Comey himself. So we're going to go through that entire document. It's going to be fun to read through. So that's all coming up. I'm going to leave you with some Tom McDonald. Who doesn't like Tom McDonald, right? Everybody loves Tom McDonald. Let me see here. How can I get back to... where's my playlists? Playlist. Can I search the playlist? Here's Tom. Let's play him. Ads.
To put me in a coffin. Damn. After the hooker I loved. After I did all the drugs. After I finally got fired for showing up late to the job that I tired of drunk. After the oxys that put on my nose with my boss and the oil rigs when I was young. After my ex cut her wrist in the cop that I stabbed her and beaten and put me in cuffs. After I totaled my car trying to run from the cops with a kilo of coke in the trunk. After I drank till I rotted my teeth out, my head got infections in all of my gums. After I couldn't get hard because the vodka and porno sedated me till I was numb. After I couldn't escape from the basement I rented and went to go live with my mom. After I cheated on people I needed and lied trying to hide from the guy that I was. Then I got sober. The madness was over. Now I am proud of the man I become. Yeah. I'm finding someone that I know again. I started climbing out the hole I'm in. Fighting demons and I know I'll win. It's time for me to mend these broken ways. Life has been hard, I know it gets better. This is a war that I'll fight forever. I had my scars, I'll always remember when I lost it all and never surrendered. What up, y'all? My name's Mad Child. I've been off to Xannies for a while now. I was waking up feeling suicidal, but I think I'm finally starting to smile now. Man, I lived a hell of a life. I've been to hell and back twice. Lost $10 million through different addictions. Don't tell me about paying the price. From penthouses with top models, hanging with strippers with pop bottles. Anxious and hiding alone in my room from the world that was pissing in pop bottles. From chart top and being a role model to flop records and lost follows. When I cop product, got a month's worth. When I left the spot, cops followed. Saw a photo, it was only face, cause I was 85 pounds overweight. Mental breakdown trying to catch a plane. Wasn't Mad Child, I was only Shane. My puppy Lola was my only gang. Had to put my baby in a grave. I walked away from every brick I laid so I could build a new wall to keep me safe. I'm finding someone that I know again. I started climbing out the hole I'm in. dreams and I'm knowing it's time for me to mend these broken wings. Life has been hard, I know it gets better. This is a war that I'll fight forever. I had my scars, I'll always remember when I lost it all and never surrendered. When you fall down, world's closing in. You can get up again, up again. Life has been hard, I know it gets better. This is a war that I'll fight forever.
You're not going to believe what happened. Tell me everything. I'll show you on Monday.com. So I started the biggest initiative of the quarter. I did everything right. I used AI blocks to list all the tasks, delegate them to the team, set up all the timelines. It even wrote perfect descriptions so everything was crystal clear. Clearly, you're a professional. Thank you. Suddenly, I get a message from leadership saying we need to finish the project a month before deadline. Happens every time. Good thing we have Monday.com. We just reshaped all the timeline, brought in freelancers to help, gave them some guest accounts. They had everything organized so they could just jump right in. We put up all the assets, waited for management to approve. Done. Everyone automatically got notified. We ended up reaching our goals 2 days before schedule and even under budget. We beat our projections for the quarter. Everyone cheered for us, and I ended up being a hero. Wow, that's amazing. When you use Monday.com, work is just easier. Isn't that nice?
That's really nice.
It is
honestly.
nice.
Enjoy the little things.
Yeah. Create your own personal success story on the first work platform you'll love to use. Monday.com.
Hip-hop diet is full of guys who cannot even rap. Facts. Media dividing us by colors, white or black. Facts. If you believe in Jesus, these days Christians get attacked. Facts. If you don't hate police, then everybody thinks you're whack. And everything's so connected. Black Lives Matter got so aggressive. White folks who agree can't support the message. Both sides go to war because they don't respect it. Our social climate from the global tension turned to total violence and a whole depression. We could unify and then I'll go against them, but we let them divide us with votes and elections. The music we bump. All about shooting guns and doing drugs. Hey, whoa. The things that we want are promoted subliminally through the songs like, you need a fast car. You need designer clothes. You need a rap star to tell you to start popping pills, hit the blunt, and go live at the club till you're broke. It's all controlled by the elites. Put fake news all over our screens, convincing the right to go fight with the left and distract from the fact it's each other we need. Divided by race and religion, segregated into teams. You're a white supremacist. If you're not, I guess you Antifa. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. Freedom's dead. If you have an opinion, take it back. Facts. People hate the president. If you don't, then you trash. Facts. Indoctrinate the nation using news and mainstream rap. Facts. The government abuses us. It's all part of the plan. Facts. And it's so confusing. Black Lives Matter is a valuable movement, but all lives matter ain't racist or stupid. It's non-black humans who don't feel included. All colors fall under laws to govern the whole country and we all suffer. We're all broke and nobody recovers until we accept that we're all brothers. Hey, music we make, all about big booties and getting paid. Hey, whoa, we watch the news and it fills up our brains with violence and riots and race. Like this is a race war. You need to hate more. Get what you came for. You need some songs about Xanax and violence so you can escape more. What a vicious cycle we can't break away from. They control the culture, they control the paper. They're indoctrinating a whole generation till the patriots start to hate the nation. The music we love make us dumb and addicted. The news that we watch is brainwashing the children. The viruses, riots, and racist conditions ain't problems. They're symptoms of life in the system. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter. Turn us on each other till no lives matter. The music will make you dumb. The media makes you hate. And they control them both. There ain't no escape. They put the world in a state of chaos. Economy crashing and massive layoffs. Black against white or it's left versus right. Divide and conquer and control is the payoff. Screaming from the rooftops, beat down better. Turn us on each other now, no lives matter. If we do what the news wants, blood gon' splatter.
Everybody keeps with mail-in ballot.
All right, Harry Enton is out front to tell us something we don't know. Okay, so let's start with something Trump himself appears to.
You make $150 grand a year or more. You're the guy everyone at work looks up to, but your own son never asks you.
With mail-in.
I don't know what to think about this virus. Started in China, now everybody in America's hiding. There's no groceries because people start to panic and buy it. The shelves are empty, the ones with plenty already stockpiling. Y'all making memes, think it's funny? Wait a week till the riots. Wait a month till the only way to eat is be violent. It's not the sickness is scary, it's all the people who whiling. The government lying, they trying to keep us calm through the sirens. You know it's for real. And all the pharmaceutical giants don't have a cure that they can sell you, so now everyone's dying. There's no vaccines or medication made that can fight it. I guess it's time to pray to God we can't rely on the science. And everyone around me in a mask and some gloves. The stock market crashed and the bank's about to bust. Tell us sanitize our hands, this will pass. It's a bug, stay inside, you'll be fine till we're trapped there for months. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. This a pandemic, but we don't listen to the news because they lied to us for years, so how we know that this the truth? And most of us are young enough to think that we're immune, so we just pass it on to people who won't survive it like you. It's either worse than they're telling us or it's nothing at all. But the school shut down, a ghost town in the mall. They gon' quarantine the city, block the road out of Dodge, then tell us leaving our homes is actually breaking the law. This is just the beginning, you know it's gotta get worse. If the doctors get sick, the hospitals won't work. The conspiracy theories all sound like facts, that's for sure, but the fact is we're trapped on this planet called Earth. And the bleach gone, the bread gone, the water sold out, the meat gone, the milk gone, the pasta sold out. Don't leave anything for anyone, you hoard it for yourself. You'd rather tell them go to hell than be a man and go and help. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. We're hoping for the best, but we're preparing for the worst. There's one thing we're not scared of, is hard work. We're up against an enemy that doesn't have a face. There's no bombs we can drop, there's nowhere we can aim. There's no soldiers to stop with a tank at the gates. There's no cure that we've got or a pill we can take. There's no food, it's been bought. The truth is we're afraid. We sit inside our rooms and we pray. It's a ghost town, we're in this together. They're closing all the stores down, we're heading for shelter. It's all war now, they'll always remember. We're locking all our doors down, we're sticking together. It's all war now.
I didn't believe I'd ever lose those last few pounds until I stepped on the scale. Factor is my favorite hack for losing weight sustainably with restaurant quality food. These chef-made meals take the guesswork out of eating clean. Everything's pre-portioned and dietitian approved, so I'm not counting calories. I'm not even cooking. Factor gets delivered to my door each week, then I just heat and eat in 2 minutes. No prep, no kitchen cleanup. I'm doing keto-friendly meals, delicious protein options, and absolutely zero extreme diets. Stop counting calories and start looking forward to how you'll feel with Factor. Want to lose 8 pounds in 8 weeks? Start with 50% off your first box.
We ran a promotion cutting the price of Mint Unlimited in half, and it was so popular, we're doing it again. It's like a sequel that's actually as good as the original. Maybe better. Definitely not worse. Okay, it's exactly the same.
I see you at the liquor store, leaving with the cheapest can of beer on the shelf. You ain't living on the street, but you barely making rent, and I relate because I'm struggling myself. I see you smile at the clerk while you fumble through your purse. I just wish I had a little more to help.
I imagine where you live and how you feel and what you love and who you'll be if you can make it out your hell. I see you at the bus stop, looking at the sidewalk, smoking half a cigarette, waiting for a ride. Kinda limp when you walk and look away. When you talk, you're ashamed. I can see it in your eyes. Probably got a NASCAR shirt and a car that you love, but you're here because you're too afraid to drive. It's been almost 10 years since the day that you crashed. Can't forget about the little boy's life. Everybody's got a story. If you look a little closer, you can see it in the wrinkles in their face. They can hide it in the silence, they can bury it and fight it, but it comes out when the hair is turning gray. You can feel it if you touch them. You can tell that they are troubled. You can hear the story running through their veins. We all travel different roads and we put on different clothes. Underneath it all, we're really all the same. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. I see you sitting on the front porch playing with a radio, looking to the sky. Probably living in that house all alone these days, trying to find a better way to pass time. Got a wheelchair ramp leading up to the door. I can see that you walk just fine. Probably hate it because it isn't getting used anymore, and you only ever build it for your wife. Everywhere that I walk, see you on the sidewalk, begging for a little loose change for some dough. Probably got a mama and a papa spending everything they make, trying to clean you up enough to take you home. Used to have a good job, used to get good grades, used to have big dreams, and he lost hope. When your girlfriend died, giving birth to your son, you're the father that'll probably never know. Everybody has a tale that they're too afraid to tell. You can see it in the cracks in their hands. They can cover it with smiles if you walk a couple miles in their shoes, and you'll know where they stand. Everyone who really lived had to climb out of a ditch they were in before they found the right path. If you want to know the truth about what we've been going through, then try to put your phone away so you can ask. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We are the neighbors that you'll never meet. We are the strangers walking down your street. We are a million faces in the crowd. We are the ones the system's tearing down. We are the people working to survive. We are more than just our 9 to 5s. We are the shopping malls and street. Tell them just who we are. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. We've all got problems and we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones. And we all feel alone. We've all been haunted by the secrets we hold. We could fill our coffins with the rocks they have thrown, or we could build our castles with the sticks and the stones.
A lot of people don't know this, but there's a daily trade that pairs incredibly well with the Robinhood phone app. You see, this type of trade is not entirely dependent on direction, meaning the market can move higher or lower or stay completely flat, and the trade still has a very good chance at working. So if you want to see how to set up the trade tomorrow morning, just click the link below. Now, sadly, I can't share all the details here, but I can say this Robinhood trade has posted more consistent winners than any other trading strategy I've ever used. And here is the cool part. With this type of trade, we don't have to time our entry. We don't have to time our exit. We don't even have to manage our position. The trade will close out automatically at the end of the trading day, right at 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to see how it works and check out tomorrow's new trade, be sure to click the link below. We'll show you the complete strategy, dozens of real trades, the ticker symbols to use, and even some tools to help you get started. As of today, more than 1,100 traders of all ages, skill levels, and account sizes have access to this directionless trading strategy. Some folks are in their retirement age, some are just starting their trading journey, but all of them can leverage this basic trade each morning. Obviously, we'd never make any reckless promises when it comes to trading, so if you decide to trade with us, please be smart. You don't want to over-leverage yourself on any one position. That said, you can see everything by clicking the link below.
Tell me exactly what happened.
He made me do cocaine. Oh, please, I didn't hear you argue. Why would I argue? Who doesn't love cocaine?
John owes me $3 million. I need a driver.
This is the last time I saved your life.
This is a goddamn garbage fire.
Do you have any more of that cocaine?
Blackie, please, please. It stops here. You're taking it too far. For the sake of hip hop, do not remix this song, Blackie. You're not equipped.
I ain't putting no one on a pedestal. I don't beef when I meet with a beat on my spit, but I promise I'm not homosexual. I got bars in the tandem, they walk on a line with the literal and hypothetical. Niggas is snakes, all the weed in the grass, got it high on the low like it's off of an edible. I've been speaking, but people don't notice. I'm biding my time on my fuck around and change my handle to POTUS. Bars united, the state of my mind is as big as Texas, so they can't even hold them. You gotta see what I'm spitting, it's deep. If you sink, I might save you by pulling a Moses and parting the water inside of your system, creating a movement that they call osmosis. I'm not a lyrical miracle. God couldn't give you the skill if you prayed and had sex with a bitch named Syllable. I bet that half of my dick is a quarter, an inch, or double the African typical. I got the skill of a veteran mixed with the mind of a serial criminal. That's why my numbers are blowing, but you think I suck when I spit in these legends. Pretend I'm invisible. I'm not even that cynical. I'm barely at my pinnacle. Don't wanna rap fast, but I know it's hypocritical. You niggas pitiful. If you think you fucking with me is blaspheme, my rap scheme is better in my visuals. Can't be beat, I'm better and I'm original. Double the skill of any individual. Triple the speed and not even admissible, but very clickable and not traditional. I'm unpredictable and way too fucking analytical. I got computer parts inside my brain. I hit a bill when I rap and he tells me he's coming and then he opens up the gate. I'm not a monkey, but bitch, I'm a star and a king like Kong and Bay the Nape. If you got a problem with me, the equation to solve it is that equals great. You don't compute, your music's better on mute. I got the angle on you. Three-headed monster, my ranking is 90, you're barely at 50, your angle's acute. I got a star-spangled banner with rappers, I'm better than chilling inside of my room. They got more shine on the national level, but couldn't bear arms that I have moved. This isn't confidence, this is practice. I'm about to flex like lactic acid. I don't chase money or bitches, but somehow they find me like I'm a fucking magnet. I bounce back like elastic. Every song I drop's a fucking classic. I sow seeds that you can't see. Success was woven in my fabric. From the basement to the attic, independent, my illmatic flow is sick. I cannot cough, cause if I do, they might just catch it. Who you know do it better, no matter the weather. Who you know make it rain and make you get an umbrella. I suplex these bars and make them flip, then full Nelson Mandela. I got a triple entendre and a simile bar, metaphorically teaching some masters to prove to you people I've mastered the art, and a PhD is what I've got to professor. The next generation of rapper whose level will need to be better in order to last in a space where you're barely remember to let you succumb to the pressure of acting the fool or just saying whatever to garner you numbers and sell you some records while putting in half of the effort than someone like me who they say is shit, but is one of the best ever. What they gonna say now? What they gonna say when I make moves like a greyhound? What they gonna do when they hanging on like a playground? So many bars they can't even motherfucking break down. That's up, bitch, get your face down. I will never motherfucking lay down. Say now, this is what they motherfucking play now. Music for the people that never get played out. This is a breakdown. I ain't beefing unless I'm at a steakhouse. I move quick like I'm grabbing some takeout. Our transactions are done through my PayPal. Anyways, back to the subject. I'm throwing them up like inside of the stomach. I'm fisting the game, got my hand up your ass so it's brown. I feel like I'm controlling a puppet. I'm at McDonald's in Denver. I told them they should have assumed that I wanted some nuggets. They got some fries and a drink for the gang, so I banged on the window and told them to suck it. I'm out of control. I got booked for a murder. The beat that I killed is what paid my parole. I don't use gun bars unless I'm out and I need to reload. Then I explode and channel my aggression out to a remote location that you cannot reach without a boat and lots of patience. You're mistaken if you think I will not wrap you in some bacon and then feed you to a Jewish celebration that I'm at because of someone I was dating. Do not play at my station. The X in the box that I chose was for Caucasian. I would have chose black, but then there's half the chance I would have got the job. I need to make payments. I'm not playing PS5 of the last chicks I fucked were Asian. I'm not China, do it, but Taiwan to say that I'm not hating. Fuck, I'm amazing. I should play for Portland, a trail blazing. I had a dream I rap naked, then cock slap Satan. I dread rap like I'm Jamaican. Sock passe to all my Haitians. I don't jerk my chicken often. I rice peas and get creative. I'm not overrated, I'm overhated. People call me corny because I'm good with the good creative. You're the opposite of what you do when you're constipated and try to tell the people that I'm not in the conversation. Fuck all the awards and all the stupid nominations. I'm about to show the definition of domination. I'm about to fuck with the deadliest combination of rap, sing, acting, fasting. Ain't nobody fucking with me when I get to rapping. I am the definition of a nigga who's smashing, everlasting, gasping, acting, adapting. This beat is like a tank that I'm gassing. They will never get the concepts I'm grasping, so they make jokes and start laughing and trashing, bashing, and chatting while I'm constantly surpassing levels that I used to be on way back when I felt like I was John Paxson back in MJ shows. Last dance when splashing that shot fucking happened. I'm not human. My constant improvement's about to start a revolution. I X-Men out of the equation like a mutant. If there's better, put our lyrics side by side and fucking prove it. Shout out Eminem, the way they treat me, I just might lose it. I'm not superstitious, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. I pray to God every time that I murder or beat on my knees and I ask for forgiveness. I'm about to bail on you niggas like Christian and Catholic, all of you into submission and go to the church that I grew up and talk to the deacon, and that's why he touched all his children. You people see it, but you don't have vision. I'm not a piece you can put in position. I don't play chess and I checkmate. You hear, but you do not listen. So many lines, I'm about to go fishing. I'm cooking it up like it's out of the kitchen. They call me a pussy, I think that it's funny because I just bought me a couple of kittens. They cannot compete, there is no competition. I stay in the cut like a couple of stitches. I'm running the train on these beats like these rappers in Hollywood do to these video vixens. I'm not stopping, I'ma do it often. Won't fall a leaf like the trees in autumn. I'm winter cold, so I got them coughing. They'll scream my name like they're at an auction. They'll jack my flow or I'll get it popping and brush it off and get back to flossing. My trip is real, I don't got a faucet. I'm Michael Scott, how I'm in the office. I'll make you nauseous. This is not TikTok rap. I don't got time for that. I'm ahead, that's why they talk behind my back. That went over yours and right up your ass. Only person I can throw them at is no light shack. I kill it, so much drip, I got spillage. So many bars I could feed a village. I pop their eyes, I'm one of a kind, they can tell I eat my spinach. I'm setting a record with somebody pretty, please call Guinness. I see red while I'm in my zone like it's 4th and inches. Don't blink, you just might miss it. I am the best in this business. Get another person to do what I've done without no recognition. That's no playlist or assistance from a major label system. And the radio at 0 time on any television. Go drink OJ and watch Simpsons. I bet you won't find a witness. What I gotta do to get it through to you, I'm motherfucking Dex and I'm motherfucking immovable. If anybody's better than put us inside a cubicle and let us wrap it out, and I promise I'll make it beautiful. The shit is in my veins, so I'm taking these pharmaceuticals. They need to lock me up because I'm far enough like a juvenile. I'm about to get it popping. I'm never stopping. You better proceed with caution. I'm rapping and paying homage and lyrically giving knowledge. I'm brutally fucking honest, and everybody knows I spit fiery flames. I'm saying assalamu alaikum to my he's in the middle of the east, and my habibis in the Himalayas. Better respect it when you motherfuckers speak on my name. I'm ready to burn on everything. I just to get in my way. I'm ready to turn up on the industry and fuck up the game. I'm fucking insane, and my name's Dax, and I'm a god, so don't use it in vain.
Holy SurveyMonkey. Get insights that can change every.
Ready to lose the hat and regrow the hair? With Sprays by Hims, you can regain your hair and your confidence. Our sprays are powered by clinically proven ingredients like minoxidil and finasteride, so you can grow thicker, fuller hair in 3 to 6 months. Your treatment is 100% personalized to your hair goals and comes at an affordable price that works for your budget, so you can step out with full confidence. Hats off to hair growth with treatment that works for you. Start today at hims.com.
Dear Slim, I thought you might have heard of me maybe, cause lately everywhere I turn someone's comparing us crazy. I never would have thought when I was bumping Biggie and Pac that I would buy bleach in a box and become the product of shade. But I'm here now. Hi, my name is Tom McDonald. People call me controversial. I'm the one that counterculture follows. Every song I drop's a problem. I offend an awful lot with topics commenting on race and politics. I'm pretty awesome. Dear Slim, I know we're very different politically. Seems like some of your biggest fans are the victims I'm triggering. They're convinced I don't like you, which ain't consistent with history. I was picked on as a kid and they don't know what Slim did for me. But I'm here now, and I fight the system just like you. Was addicted to pills and liquor and quit them just like you. People claim that you hate me, but Marshall, that can't be right, dude. You'd have to hate yourself as as wealth as Marshall. I'm you. Marshall, remember back when you became Eminem. You changed the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. Dear Slim, I thought that maybe because you paved the way for me, you might relate to weight that Caucasian rappers are carrying. They're constantly comparing us to you, it's embarrassing. Never gaining their approval, it's just hate we're inheriting. But I'm here now, go ahead and hate it, don't hurt. Call me culture vulture garbage, those are ignorant words. I kill a vulture, cook the poultry in a pan till it's burnt. See Marshall, I'm just like you, I'm flipping the bird. Dear Slim, I just want to give you your flowers. I spent hours memorizing all of your songs in 2000. You were the reason I screamed at all of my teachers. A teen, I needed your CD on repeat and Shady Space on my t-shirt. But I'm here now, they call me controversial just like you. We're both white, both rap, both of our eyes blue. Screw any guy who tries to say you changed and don't like you, cause in my mind it's still 99, and I'm you. Marshall, remember back when you became Eminem. You changed the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. Whether you love me or hate me or think I'm crazy, dropped $100,000 to get a beat from Shady. Really hope when I bought it he wasn't angry, but I really had to tell him that he changed me. The truth of the matter is, without you, Marshall Mathers, I would've committed suicide before I was a rapper. You showed me that I could do it. I didn't need to be black, or I know it's stupid, but I just had to do my best to say thank you. Marshall, remember back when you became Eminem. You changed the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. Marshall, remember back when you became Eminem. You changed the world with a pen. Well, now I'm just like you. I don't give a what, saying what I want with my fingers up. Everybody triggered and they think I suck. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah. But I don't give a what, nah, 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 nah.
With USAA Safe Pilot, I can save when I road trip safely.
Or with USAA Safe Pilot Miles, I can save when I staycation.
Yeah, with Safe Pilot, you can save when you drive. Or with Safe Pilot Miles, you can save when you don't.
As a third-year student, I'll be starting to apply for internships, which means resumes have never been more important. And Grammarly helps me in this situation by helping me build a stronger resume by suggesting stronger and more effective vocabulary. If you're feeling lost or stuck with your paper, Grammarly will be there to help you by giving you fresh ideas, outlines for your writing, or even tips to help improve your writing.
And for my emails, I use Grammarly Pro's features, such as the rephrase and rewrite tool, to increase the clarity of communication while keeping the message the same.
Grammarly Pro also offers plagiarism checker, so you don't even have to leave your tab. So what are you waiting for? Grammarly is a must-have for all students.
What happened to being nice without reason, man? All I see on TV and the paper stands is the lies that they feed to keep the upper hand. And we starve for the truth, so we biting in. Okay, you know what happened to it takes a whole village. Built on every single color, not privilege. If we all work together, we can fix this. Yeah, divided we fall, but together we in this. What happened to neighbors? When did we start seeing each other as strangers? It's on us to change this, and they gon' know us by light by the end of the night. We gon' burn down London, fire in the streets of Chicago. You gon' hear us coming like thunder. There's riots on the streets that will come in for you. Burn down LA, fire in the streets in New York City. No sleep, no slumber. There's riots on the streets that will come in for you. Giving love just to get it back. We're so used to being wrong, so we feel attacked. We don't take it as a gift, but something more attached. Now we don't know how to live or forgive our past. Hey, so it's bleeding on every single thing that we have. But we leaning on these feelings wherever we sad. And we figured that nothing even better will have. So we sit here feeling even more detached. I don't know about you, but I could use a little room to let the light through. I could use some good times and some bright news, but this won't happen unless we learn to fight too. What happened to neighbors? When did we start seeing each other as strangers? It's on us to change this, and they gon' know us by our life. By the end of the night, we gon' burn down London, fire in the streets of Chicago. You gon' hear us coming like thunder. There's riots on the streets that will come in for you. Burn down LA, fire in the streets of New York City. No sleep, no slumber. There's riots on the streets that will come in for you.
Turn off your radio. Shut off your TV. Put down your phone and open your eyes. Try to make you hate each other and hate divides us. Only love can bring us together. Time to fight for one another and not against one another.
We gon' burn down London, fire in the streets of Chicago. You gon' hear us coming like thunder. There's riots on the streets that will come in for you. Burn down LA, fire in the streets of New York City. No sleep, no slumber. There's riots on the streets that will come in for you.
I can't be canceled, there's no way that you can stop me. Fully independent, there's no label who can drop me. Y'all been starting rumors, let me help you with some. Yeah.
He's a racist, he's a sexist, he's in love with Donald Trump.
Y'all can't cancel me. My life is scandal free. There ain't no sponsors taking losses cause the brand is me. My hands are clean. My family and my fans agree. Y'all can't cancel me for facts because you're mad and weak. Go ahead and tell the world I'm ugly and racist. I braid my hair and I don't care about cultural appropriation. I moved to the ghetto, lived in the ghetto, there's no Caucasians. And still I loved every single one of my neighbors. How's a man say I'm clickbait if he gonna use this face to get clicks on his page? Y'all hypocrites are made. But I ain't tripping about these bullies, it ain't 6th grade. Go ahead and diss me trying to sell a couple mixtapes. I'm not afraid, take my face and my name, paste it on the front page. I'm already famous and you'll never change it by hating or claiming you'll take it away. My grind wicked, write my rhymes different. You could try to quantify defying limits. There's a dying gimmick and denying winning. This is pure fire, this ain't white privilege. I do what I want, get all the Gucci and Louis Vuitton out of my closet, out of my crib. I do not want it, that is for kids. That is for rappers who ask you to produce their beats for free, pretending online like they rich. I am not playing it safe, said what I said, it is what it is. I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me. They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid. Everybody knows my name, from local folks to global fame. I'm vocal about the social justice movements. I expose the fakes, turn rappers into ghosts and graves. Make no mistake, they bones will break. I'll throw them in the wolf enclosure, slowly turn and close the cage. Acres full of sheep, you know that I'm the only goat. I'm great, they spoke my name to mostly hate. I don't complain, I'm woke, I wait. A total focus soldier, wrote the art of war. Know every page, I'm numb to all the dumbness. Smoke tobacco laced with Novocaine. I won't behave, I stoke the flames. I'll choke their throats with golden chains. Use vocal cords as skipping ropes and jump till I am soaked in brains. From open plains to coastal waves to solar rays in open space. Can't find nobody doper unless you poke your veins and snort cocaine. Whoa, y'all can't cancel me. Just get mad that I'm the man until you smash the screen. Like, whoa, I can handle heat. I walk through hell in open sandals drinking gasoline. Yeah.
I could have been a star, could have had a mansion and a car, and a Grammy album on the charts. I'm a savage, Randy with the bars. I don't rap about Xanax, goddamn it, can't cancel facts. We need answers, championing trash to the masses actually massively damages, y'all. Keep trying to cancel me, y'all. I own the master, so y'all. I make the beats, I write the songs, I own the cameras, y'all. I could have been famous, dumb my music down till it's basic, get it on the hottest Spotify playlist, modify my catalog and go mainstream, y'all.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can cancel the kid.
I feel like all these rappers lately on a mission. They starting drama, they don't really want no problems, so they talk in whispers. Don't even start, no competition, y'all are finished. They say they feeling froggy, but I bet none of these frogs gon' rib it. They think I'm soft, but I promise y'all that I'm solid like a rock inside a Teflon box and dipped in carbon fiber liquid. I'm not religious, but I walk with Christians. If Jesus died for all my sins, he'd need 1,000,000 crosses tall as buildings. Y'all can't cancel me. I'm a god and you're the devil, stop attacking me. Like, whoa, nails in my hands and feet. Y'all some snakes, I don't need fruit from that apple tree. I ain't doing features or buying beats. I'm a wolf on lie with sheep. I am what I am, and I can't hide my teeth. Way too many rumors, I'm like, who said it? Never met him. If he dissed me, probably about to drop a new record. I do what I want, no matter if I get approval or not. Y'all ain't gonna cyberbully me or try to push on me until I'm becoming some dude who I'm not. Head full of ludicrous thoughts, producing the songs. My music is truth and you brutally shocked. I'm shooting my shot, I'm Biggie, I'm Shady, I'm New School Pac. Go ahead and call me a piece of garbage, make a starving artist your primary target. I'm the largest monster in the farthest darkness, and my claws are sharpened, I'm an army sergeant. If people wanna hate, then I'm grateful. It's only gonna make what I say less painful. Look at my face, embrace, I'm unstable. I ain't gonna break or shake or feel shameful.
I don't care if you mad at me, okay? Go ahead and change the channel. Don't waste your time trying to cancel me, okay? They love me cause they know that I'm it. Say what you want, I guess it is what it is. Haters can talk, but they can't cancel the kid. Go ahead and go off, try and say this is it. But I swear to God, you can't cancel the kid.
With ScribeHow.com, you can create documentation in minutes, not hours. Until now, it took forever to create documentation because this always happened. But not anymore. Check this out. With Scribe, you just follow 3 simple steps. Step 1, click the Chrome extension to get started. Step 2, go through the process you want to explain. Step 3, click the extension again to get your guide. It's that easy. Get Scribe now so that like this doesn't happen to you again.
With Chewy, get their mealtime match delivered fast. Max loves kibble. Milo loves what Max loves. But Max's allergies call for limited ingredients. Milo's just happy it's lamb. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
I got played from the start, all this pain in my heart. Went from chasing my dreams to complacent and far from the ones that I love and the one up above. Y'all don't know who I am, y'all just know who I was. Holding the grudge, now I'm letting it go. Had to take a step back, you were getting too close. My heart used to beat loud for you, used to be proud of you. Then you went and fucked it all up. Man, how can you blame me? I am not the same me. I ain't wanna be like you, I had to change me. How the hell can I save you when I'm trying to save me? I don't need your 2 cents, do not pay me. My only friend is my shadow, my cage will never be rattled. I'm taking the road that's traveled, I'm breaking out of the shackles. This for the ones that wear their heart in their sleeve. So stressed out that they can't breathe. Got way too much going on in my life, got so much shit on my mind. If you ain't making a change, then it's all just a waste of time. I've been down those roads before, the richest man can still be poor. Telling me you making a change, but it's all just another lie. I've been double-crossed, but never lost. All alone on this road, probably better off. I'm just trying to change the world before I'm dead and gone. Trying to change somebody else or something I won't waste another second on. Every time you open your mouth, all lies. My phone off, so don't bother calling mine. Got no more energy, I gave you all of mine. So sick and tired of you wasting all my time. Then you fell behind, I guess you couldn't keep up. You the one that made a mess, you should probably sweep up. Done being your punching bag, let myself get beat up. Brought nothing to the table then, you still wanna eat up, damn. That doesn't make sense. I remember back then I couldn't pay rent. Already seeing how you moving, you can say less. Don't even say that we the same, y'all don't even got the same stress. Got way too much going on in my life, got so much shit on my mind. If you ain't making a change, then it's all just a waste of time. I've been down those roads before. The richest man can still be poor. Telling me you're making a change, but it's all just another lie. I just wanna feel free, so I'm always gonna do me though. You always wanna blame me, so I'm so sick of all the lies. I just wanna feel free, so I'm always gonna do me though. You always wanna blame me, so I'm so sick of all the lies. Got way too much going on in my life, got so much shit on my mind. If you ain't making a change, then it's all just a waste of time. I've been down those roads before. The richest man can still be poor. Telling me you're making a change, but it's all just another lie. It's all just another lie. But it's all just another lie.
Let me put y'all on game. These are your new closet essentials because your girl actually wants you to look good in public, dude. Tees that are going to get a better reaction than your last 3 texts. Elevated basics that make you look fly without all the drama and extra effort. Anti-saggy, flattering shorts that she'll actually approve of. Trust me, you wear these and she's totally noticing your quads. And it's all made with high-quality fabric, comfortable 4-way stretch material, anti-sweat, and anti-stink. Fabletics truly does it all. And it's all 80% off right now. Yeah, 80%, which is definitely cheaper than that parlay that tanked in the first quarter, my guy.
Are you ready for retirement? Our free retirement planner shows you where you stand now and how you can meet your goals. Sign up today at empower.com.
I'm trying to follow God, but they wanna see me slipping. They don't wanna see me winning. They say, Bryson, boy, you missing out on millions. I'm just seeing things different. I'm giving God everything. I'm giving God everything. Let's go. I'm trying to follow God, but they wanna see me slipping. They trying to get me slipping. They don't wanna see me winning. They say, Bryson, boy, you missing out on millions. I'm just seeing things different. I'm giving God everything. Give him everything. I'm giving God everything. I give him everything. When you give your life to God and everything change. How you claim to be saved, but you still the same. You still got breath in you, so eternal life arranged. But if you choosing the world, then who can you blame? I'm trying to show my friends the truth, but they don't listen, cause they too caught up in the grace. They think I'm tripping, but I guess it's more convenient to keep on sinning. God said you gon' be judged by the way you living. People too caught up in the smoking, the drinking, the sex. How you a Christian, but on Instagram showing your breasts. All the man on drugs, come in the flesh. Lord, when you coming back? This world is a mess. I try to warn them, but they get me painted and villain. I try to give them scripture, but they give me feelings. Men supposed to lead, but they just follow the women. Y'all think it's freedom, it's a prison. I'm trying to follow God, but they wanna see me slipping. They don't wanna see me winning. They say, Bryson, boy, you missing out on millions. I'm just seeing things different. I'm giving God everything. I'm giving God everything.
Let's go. I'm trying to follow God, but they wanna see me slipping. How they trying to keep me slipping? They don't wanna see me winning. They say, Bryson, boy, you missing out $1 million. I'm just seeing things different. I'm giving God everything. Give him everything. I'm giving God everything. I give him everything. Everything. Let's go. I'm trying to follow God, but they wanna see me slipping. They don't wanna see me winning. They say, Bryson, boy, you missing out $1 million. I'm just seeing things different. I'm giving God everything. I'm giving God everything. Let's go. I'm trying to follow God, but they wanna see me slipping. How they trying to keep me slipping? They don't wanna see me winning. They say, Bryson, boy, you missing out $1 million. I'm just seeing things different. I'm giving God everything. Give him everything. I'm giving God everything. I give him everything.
here so I can get you off the machine. Come here. Good boy. Come. Come on, let's go. You. All right, you want to go outside? Come on, dog. Brandon, let's go.
Key benefits about using Indeed is easy to use and everything is in one place. So Indeed provided a great solution for